Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson. I want to talk to you this week about accountability. And this is a really important part of choosing your own growth, is being accountable for how your life looks, okay? If there is a part, and let me say this is not to drag you into any traumas or any horrible events that happened in your life, particularly in childhood. This is not saying that you created those events in your life. This is talking about being accountable for your life now, being accountable from this point moving forward, being accountable for how your life looks in all areas, being accountable for the choices you make moving forward. I love the saying, you do your best, and when you know better, then do better. I truly believe that we have all been doing our best up until this point, whether you can look back and you like the choices you make or the actions you took or you don't. I believe that in that moment, you were doing the best that you could with who you were that day, the information you had, etc., right? So this is about being accountable. Look at your life now. Look at all the little areas of your life. Which areas do you like? Which areas do you not like so much and you would prefer to be different? And take accountability and know in the deepest depths of your heart that you are responsible for how those areas look. And if they don't look the way you want, time to change them, all right? And that's what this is all about. This is about taking your power back. This is about your self-growth, and this is about knowing that you are in charge of your life. Okay? So if you're not happy in your job, if you're not happy in your relationship, if you're not happy with the way you look, it doesn't really matter. Whatever it is, today is the day. Today is the day to start being accountable for who you are and what you do and how your life looks. So go ahead and pick a place in your life that you want to change. And start looking at what it looks like. Throw it up on the whiteboard. Really take yourself out of it and pretend it's someone else's life and dissect it a little bit. And when I say throw it up on the whiteboard, I mean literally like, you know, one of those big dry erase boards. Get the marker and say it looks like this. It is blah, blah, blah. And this is where you want it to go, right? So let's say relationships, right? Maybe your partner in your romantic relationship isn't supportive, or you don't really talk to each other, okay? You're gonna play a part in this and allow your higher power to guide you to how it's going to unfold, all right? So first take note on what it looks like now, and then start to look at your beliefs. Do your beliefs, are they in alignment with how it looks now? And somehow your beliefs and your programming are what your reality is. Okay, I know that's probably going to be a little bit hard to hear, because if you're looking at something that you don't like, you're like, my beliefs aren't that. Of course they're not, right? But your subconscious programming most likely is. It's really suspect at this point. So this is where you need a lot of honesty, and you have this group and you have all of us to grow and support you through this. Remember, love yourself through this process. Love yourself for even being brave and bold enough to take a look at what you don't like right now and be willing to change it. Because you can't change what you don't know. So we have to look at it, okay? So here we go. So start looking at your life and see what beliefs are attached to it. Or if that's hard for you, take yourself completely out and say, if this was someone else's life, what do you think their beliefs would be? And then take a hard look, and maybe your core beliefs, those subconscious beliefs, that old programming that doesn't serve us, is what's creating this reality. So that's why we talked about core beliefs. That's why we've talked about programming. That's why we've talked about shifting all those beliefs. So if you're having trouble getting to the root belief, start asking that question, why, right? Why is this look this way? What Whose belief is this? Where did I pick this up from? How can I shift and change it? And then take up on that whiteboard in your journal, write down how you want that area of yourself to look, who you want to be in that area. If it's a relationship, who do you want your partner to be? How do you want them to act? What do you want them to think like, right? And start shifting those core beliefs to better align. Now, some of these areas it's going to be simple if it just involves you, maybe your lifestyle change, maybe you want to take better care of your health, right? That's something that's going to be a bit, maybe not easier to do, but it only involves you. You get to choose your activities. You get to choose what kind of food you eat. You get to choose how you want to do it, what you want to look like. Is it a cosmetic thing? Is it a health thing? Is it a weight thing? Is it, you want to cut your hair? Whatever it is, right? But if it's like a relationship thing, then that relationship obviously has two people in it, but you can only be in charge of you. And so when you really start to grow and you really start to choose you and only accept what you want in your life, things might get a little rocky. Okay, I'm gonna warn you now. They might get a little rocky. Your partner is gonna be like, whoa, what's going on? And this might be subconsciously, most likely, maybe consciously. But they're gonna feel you energetically differently. And they're gonna be like, I don't recognize this person. Why can't I keep treating them the way I'm treating them? Why are they doing things different? It's gonna rock them a little bit. So if you have a partner that you can really go to and discuss things, maybe you can discuss this right from the beginning and say, this is how I'm feeling. This is the growth I want to choose. Do you want to choose growth with me? Those sort of things. Maybe you have a partner that isn't in a way like that. Keep choosing you anyway. I promise you 2 things are going to happen. Well, 2.5 things are going to happen. 1, that person's going to start shifting too. They're going to see how much happier you are when you are empowered, when you are in charge of your life, and they're going to want to know what your secret is. And please share it with them. I think it would be great for both of you. Or they're going to be like, oh, hell no, and they're going to start distancing themselves from you. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. They may distance themselves, and then, because they need that space, especially if you're really taking a big turn here, they're going to need that space, and that's all right. But then they may come back to you. Or maybe they're just not meant to carry on your path in your life. And that's okay too. Because you know that you can, when we remove things, and I think we're going to do an attachment lesson soon, when you remove things in your life, whether they're material things, their beliefs, their people, friends, family, whatever, you allow space for what is more in alignment with you, what resonates with you more, to come into your life. So I don't know if this lesson made any sense to you guys. Post comments, questions. Please let me know what you're thinking and feeling. Reach out to me privately if you want. That's okay too. You're always welcome to message me on Messenger, and I will do my best to get back to you right away, and we can work through things. If you need, book a session if you really want to dive deep into this and you're struggling. I'm happy to support you in that way. Welcome to our new members that joined after the live training. I'm excited to have you here. Anyways, so think about that. Accountability, your choice. When you feel like you don't have a choice, stop yourself and ask, is this my old programming? Or what's going on here, right? What am I gonna choose in the moment? Am I gonna choose certainty, what I'm comfortable with because I've been doing it this whole time, my whole life maybe? Or am I choosing growth, which may feel uncomfortable, but I promise you, it gets easier and easier and easier as you go along, and you become unfuckwithable. is basically my new favorite term, meaning no one can rattle you. When you are truly at peace with who you are, nothing can rattle you or wreck your peace, and negativity just doesn't bother you any longer. Okay, so that's your lesson for today. Be accountable. All right? I love you all. Have a great day.